to say. And since we came here, so much has been said, and it's not really difficult to say anything in name, but it's good we have that time. I want to commend and congratulate Ibrahim Shikran, my brother from Egypt. We don't forget in Africa that Egypt is Africa. And linked with that, let me also congratulate here my sister from Senegal, who spoke today at the plenary. He made me proud. I'm a Nigerian, she is Senegalese, but she spoke her mind very clearly. Having said that, since we started our forum, I listened to your introduction. You said, given the rather unfortunate situation we find ourselves now, do we have some suggestions about the way forward? So I would like to concentrate in that direction. It's obvious, and those who spoke this morning, you said at the plenary, it's obvious that our world now is in a pretty bad shape. Despite all the progress we have made in technology, in AI and everything, still, as human beings organizing ourselves, we have not done a good job. And I was quite surprised too when a member of European Parliament spoke just before lunch, and he was also saying how Europe is no longer what it was 20 years ago, and that there is so much of this national egoism, where everybody is pulling back to their national identities, and they're forgetting the wonderful ideas of a united Europe. I was quite surprised to hear that, because we were getting worried about how the African Union was getting more and more meaningless, not to talk of our own local ECOWAS West African region, which means the world has to change in the better direction. Otherwise, we may destroy ourselves before climate change destroys us. And I'm speaking from point of view not only of somebody who has been through this kind of discussion for more than 40 years. I've attended so many of these international meetings, and I was in Spain when this whole program of United Nations Alliance of Civilization started with the Grace Sampaio. But also talking from my experience from Nigeria, a country with 220 million people, by far the greatest country in Africa, with vast natural resources and human resources, full of poor people. A country very religious, very religious. Every Sunday, more than 80% of Nigerian Catholics go to church. Do you understand that? I don't know how many percentage of Portuguese Catholics go to church on Sunday. Similarly, with Muslims, the streets are full on Wednesdays. So we are very religious. And at the same time, if you go through the records, we have the highest rate of corruption, apart from Afghanistan, and highest rate of insecurity. Again, Afghanistan has a record. Now, that worries me as a Catholic bishop. That worries my brother here, Shafa, Imam Sheikh Asafa, who's a Muslim from Nigeria. I'm happy to see them here. It's in this context that I say a few words about what I see in the world now, because what we see in the world today is exactly reflected in the experience of my nation. I don't know about others here coming from Africa, that there is a world that is not going well at all. Things are not going well. The politicians claim to be doing their best, but the nation is not moving. In the light of this, I need my glasses here to check some notes. In the light of this, I have 4 suggestions and later a conclusion following following the example of Dr. Ibrahim. The first suggestion, simple. First one, we have to agree that we cannot just go on the same way and expect things to change and not change for the better. There is need for a radical change in the way we are running our world today if we want a better present and a better future. Things will not improve